Well, look, this is all getting a bit silly, really, isn't it? On one hand, you've got the Labour leader, Keir Starmer, denying any campaign by Labour to rejoin the EU. On the very day, though, that he met French President Emmanuel Macron, by complete coincidence, I'm sure, you had this French-German plan come out about potential associate membership for the UK. And frankly, I think the Labour position right now is taking voters for absolute fools. Because we've just seen this from Sky News, that Keir Starmer, they're saying they don't want to diverge from the EU, that a Labour government wouldn't want to diverge from EU rules. This was him speaking. This was the footage that Sky News got.
Most of the conflict with the UK being outside of the UK arises insofar as the UK wants to diverge and do different things to the rest of our EU partners. Obviously, the more we share values, the more we share a future together, the less the conflict. And actually, different ways of solving problems are become available. You know, actually, we don't want to diverge. We don't want to lower standards. We don't want to rip up environmental standards, working standards for people at work, food standards, and all the rest of it. So suddenly, you're in a space where, notwithstanding the obvious fact that we are outside of the EU and not in the EEA, there's a lot more common ground than you might think.
And this comes on the back, of course, of Labour talking about additional deals being done with the EU or rewriting deals. Christian Calgie there, I think, summing it up. Starmer wants a migration agreement with the EU, wants us tied into closer union on business, security, innovation and research. Now says he doesn't want to diverge on standards, remain by the back door. And as you might suspect, you've got Conservative MPs piling in there. Simon Clarke saying the whole point of Brexit is our ability to do things differently, from our vaccine rollout to free ports to solvency rules to our membership of the CPTPP. We are already demonstrating why this matters. Being a rule taker, he says, blindly following the EU would be a disastrous mistake. And you've got Conservative MP Ben Everett there saying that Starmer's position seems like a long-winded way of saying he would rejoin the EU. So frankly, I think the Labour position right now is a bit of an insult to the intelligence of voters. Clearly, Labour, after being repeatedly thrashed at the polls, are absolutely terrified at the prospect of admitting what we can really see is the reality. They want to move the UK as close to Brussels as possible with a view to rejoining in the future. As we know, most Labour MPs want to do. But we'll keep bringing you all the latest, of course. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.